make sure you tell Nate to shut the fuck up.
Sounds like a plan.
Put that in an interview. Nate, shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Ain't shit about to change, become a tradition. But this isn't my vision. How could I lose? I'm finally winning. This shit feels so different. Been through the struggle, living in shelters. We was fighting evictions. My bro in the cell, I'm yelling free him. He been fighting convictions. Ain't shit about to change, become a tradition. But this isn't my vision. They want me in ghettos, they want me in projects.
Nah, start it, because I got a lot of shit to do today.
Alright, bad. So then, boom. What's good, y'all? It's your boy MarscoMedia. Today I'm the man behind the cam, and I'm sitting with someone who doesn't even need an introduction, but I'm gonna give it to him anyways. He calls himself the new Max B of CT. He's so Frio, Don Zio P.
I felt like that was a Drinking Champs intro.
No, we tried. Make my guest feel important.
That's hard.
No problem. But how you feeling today, boss?
I feel good. I always feel good, man. You know, dick on 100, I'm good.
Yes, that sounds good, man. So, I'm surprised you're actually here today. Sounds like you had a busy day yesterday. Where you at, man?
Yesterday I was in New York City. Saturday I did a fashion show. I performed at a fashion show in New York City on Saturday. So yeah, it was just one of those long weekends. Like, you know, it's always traffic going to New York, and I hate traffic, and I hate New York City parking. But it's always fun to go to the city, have your little fun, and get out. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't live in New York.
Mm-hmm. Me either. So like you're more like a suburbs guys?
Definitely. That's why I like LA. That's why I like Miami. You know what I'm saying? There's more space out there.
Mm-hmm. How many times you been to LA?
Pour me something drinking in that cup. LA, I've been to LA now 4 or 5 times, I believe. Something like 5 times, I think. Miami's there. I love Miami. So I go to Miami like every other month. So damn. Miami's my spot.
Wow, what's happening down in Miami?
I just love the vibe, honestly. I like palm trees. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my nickname is Palm Tree P. So, you know what I'm saying? I just fell in love with palm trees. It just gives you a different feeling looking at one. So, I feel like when you leave palm trees and come back here, it's like motivation. I look at a palm tree like motivation. Because to me, it just means better weather. Better weather means, you know, just better living, I guess. I don't know, or whatever you want to call it. I just like palm trees. So I like going to Miami. And obviously Miami's Miami for sure, too. Like, there's a lot going on out there. You know, a lot of artists circulate down in Miami. Just a lot of things going on industry-wise are in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So do you ever see yourself making the big move to Miami then? Or is it just like another big area? I
don't know. I'm just let whatever move happen organically. I never wanted to sit down and think like where I want to move to. Because if I did, I would have done it already, to be honest. I just feel like when the right time comes, and if it's meant for it, if I have to move, I'll move. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise than that, till then, you know, just keep living. You know, see what happens next.
That's fire. So I know we was just doing all this moving talk. So like, where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I'm from Middletown, Connecticut. Small town. That's where I'm basically, you know, I'm born in Hartford, but I'm raised in Middletown. You know what I'm saying? So I spent maybe like 30 days in Hartford. Yeah, but I lived in Middletown my whole life. So you know, that to me is like one of my favorite things about me as an artist, like coming out of Connecticut, because Connecticut's already a small state anyways in general, but my favorite part is that, you know, like where I'm from, you know, a lot of people just really never, I don't know if they've really ever been there or heard, you know, it's not like a Waterbury or a Bridgeport or Hartford or New Haven. You know, these are places you hear about typically, you know, but I just kind of like the fact that I'm just from off the grid. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, there's a way to give a face to that.
You know, do you feel like you're giving a face in CT, or do you feel like you've been making a wave?
100%. I wouldn't just want to say just CT alone, though. I feel like, you know, I mean, as of right now, that's where I'm from, obviously, and that's probably where most people know me at. But, you know, I think what I'm working for, my whole goal of what I'm working for is to be, you know, helping to be a face towards people from small states in general, or states that aren't really on the map. Because, you know, a lot of the artists we're looking at right now in the game today, they're all from the same place.
For real.
They either from New York, Chicago, Miami, LA, or Memphis. You know what I'm saying? You name those 5 cities. Go through every artist you know right now. That's where they mostly all from. You know. So you know, I like the people that's randomly coming out of like Young Blue out of Alabama. It's not a common place. I believe YBN Namir is from Alabama. People like Coyle Ray from New Jersey. You know, so I got love for those stories because it's way harder.
Hell yeah, facts. And like, you definitely do a lot of work like making a name. Like, so is that why you're always working that to like get features out to like rappers from your area? Like, you know, put on these festivals and everything. Is that like where that really comes from?
Yes and no. I wouldn't say that's the first thing I would say. The reason why I started a YTH Fest was to like give a platform to people that don't have anything really. If you look at my fest, there's never really you typically names everybody knows. You know, a lot of them I don't know personally as a group. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it like a lot of music is putting battery. Like, you know, for me when I started, my friends that was around at the time that allowed me to. You know, I feel like people gotta allow you to do it. Because if your friends are like, no, it's true. You know, don't do it, bro. Everybody, you know, like that. You ain't gonna make it as a, you know, if people talk to you like that, you ain't gonna want to do it, or you're gonna feel like you want to get away from them if you still want to do it.
Exactly.
The people that I was around at that time was kind of gassing me, but sometimes you need to be gassed. So I feel like I do this fest to try and gas artists as much as I personally can because, however people might look at me. Because I don't know the way people always fully look at me, but I just hear what people say when they meet me, right? And I look at it like, well, it's almost like, I don't want to make a bad example, so I don't want to say nothing crazy and compare myself to somebody, but for fake, it's like if you play basketball and LeBron James came to the court and was just playing with, you know, kids, you know, those kids will look at not only LeBron different, but themselves different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not comparing myself to LeBron James at all. All I'm saying is, however people hold me in their standards, whatever it might be to, if they look at me a little bit higher or whatever, I never wanted to be the person that, like, a lot of niggas do the same shit. It's the same recycled shit. Shit on everybody else below you and try and mingle with the niggas that you feel like are equal. I never wanted to do that. So my whole thing is like, I want to be a battery in somebody else's back. Because you never know, out of 60 people, it just might affect one person. And you never know who it affects, and you never know who they become. And I want to be, to me, that's like, I want to be a part of that good karma. You know what I'm saying? Being like, yo, you know, somebody one day being like, yo, man, you know, Don Zio P, you know, blah, 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 you know? So some of my people in my circle right now, you know, they have, well, shit, while we talking, come here Friday. I'd rather let
just watch out for that shit.
I'll let him explain this real quick and then we'll kick him off the camera, all right? Nah, but he's somebody I didn't know prior to this, right? And I would say explain your experience because you kind of told me last week. I didn't really even know the whole spiel, but you know, tell him kind of like how you knew knew of me, how we met, and what it changed maybe for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I started coming to the studio consistent with Dilly. Shout out Dilly Gang. That's like my mentor. And literally like 2 months in, probably not even like a month, Don came through. We always come through on Mondays and we start cooking up shit. And Dilly was like, yo, Don's in the other room. Play some beats for him. And at the time I already knew who Don was and I was like, fuck, my heart sank, bro. Like I was like, yo, I can't like, I was like, for real? Like, all right, fuck it. Went in there, I started playing shit. And he was hearing like the first 5 seconds and be like, nope. Next one, nope. Next one, nope. And then I started getting discouraged as fuck, but I was like determined. We kept going through.
Found one.
Yeah, you finally found one. Yeah, and we started working on that one. I don't even know what happened to that song, but
I got it.
Eventually, he got it. So eventually, I just kept coming over and over. Pause. I kept coming back over and over. This
nigga's a freak.
Yo, it's the energy on Mondays, bro. Nah,
YTH Mondays.
That's a fact. YTH Mondays get real nasty in here.
It's crazy. But nah, I kept coming back over and over, and I think it was after. It might have been after a show or some shit. And I remember I took a picture. Somebody took a picture of me and Don together, and I posted it, and niggas literally started sending me congratulations text messages. Like I ain't never experienced that shit before. Like.
That's hard.
Like, literally just being like, yo, you part of a good circle, bro. Like, don't waste that opportunity. And literally the next day, he posted a picture of me, like, yo, YTH new member, and I don't remember him formally asking me, but
you just in this shit.
I was just in the shit. Next morning I just woke up when everybody knew I was in the shit. I knew I was in the shit.
Nigga woke up with like a t-shirt on his front door. Like, this new merch, like, damn.
Like real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we just roll with it. And ever since then, like, everything that he spits in terms of giving back is facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would be the first one to debunk somebody and be like, nah, that shit's fake. Everything he talks about giving somebody an opportunity and being real and shit, that's real fact. I'm stamping it right now. I've seen that shit in full time. Anybody that he feel like he got to give an opportunity to, shit happens for real. I'm one of those people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to say I ain't came from shit, but I'm not somebody that everybody was looking at, you feel me? Now it's like all these opportunities, I don't want to speak too much, but all the shit about to happen and the shit that's happening now is like, I can't sit here and be like, nah, that shit would have never happened if I wasn't fucking with this. You know, like, that shit's facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, YTH is... There's some different shit over here, bro. I try to tell you, it's the greatest team in the world, bro.
That's a fact.
No comments is not no gas up shit, man. This is really what we do, for real.
So instead of me answering that question, I'd rather him answer it because he just answered that, basically what you just said last week. So, you know, for me, that's how I look at this. You know what I'm saying? I look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people that have positions... And you know what? I'll be honest with you. Before I used to be mad at it. I'm like, damn, man, why this person don't do this or do that? And I had to start realizing it's not for everybody to do. And I had to stop being mad at other people for it because it's not everybody's job to do that. It takes a certain kind of person to do these kind of things. And I also gotta understand that's my separation. You know what I'm saying? That is what makes me different from everybody else. So personally, you know, I started to grow into accepting the role and accepting the challenge of it. Because at one point, a couple years back, I was like, man, fuck this shit. Fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody as in, like, other artists and shit, but just like, man, fuck this bullshit rap game. Like, the idea of, like, you got to play the ego and play too cool to talk to people. I'm a people person, my nigga. Like, that's how I grew up. I like fucking talking to random people. If they feel like they got something to talk about, or... I entertain all kinds of conversation. You know, like, I'm just one of them people. You know what I'm saying? This is my DNA. So, but it's like, when you get in rap, it's like, yo, you got to put your glasses on and go into a room and stand in a corner, act like you don't like a nigga, wait for him to say what's up to you. Nigga, that shit whack. You know what I'm saying? And anybody else doing that shit, I just started, like, kind of removing myself from them people. And really, I wanted to be around good energy. So, really, I just like being around good energy. I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't care what you have to offer. If you have good energy, that's a whole lot to offer. I believe good energy takes things from here to here. You feel me? So that's just my whole outlook on it. I ain't really rocking with niggas that's on the other shit, like on the bullshit and acting too cool for school. My whole idea was like, yo, if I can influence other dudes that people got respect for to move like how I'm moving, we can change the whole state. Like, instead of, you know, make it be looked at a little different. You feel me? Like, everybody don't got to be on this too cool for school thing, or I got to be the one. I never acted like I was the one. I don't do that shit, bro. I brought niggas in. I thought it's better than me. You feel me? So, but I was just trying to show them why shit is working for me. This is how hard I work. Yo, this is what I really do. Like, yo, I really set up my videos. Yo, I'm really calling the models. Yo, I'm really directing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the phone every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just showing them what I do outside of music. Music is one part. But the whole other side of the music business is all this other shit that people just don't do. Musicians do this part.
Yep.
I never came to this shit as no fucking musician. I learned to do music. All this other shit, though, I already knew how to do, bro. That was basketball, you know what I'm saying? I already had this routine forever. That was basketball. So I think playing basketball for, you know, and my dad's nutsack, you know, for being who I am, you know what I'm saying? Because his DNA passed down. My dad's a good dude. He's humble. And I always wanted to be like my dad, you feel me? My dad was a nigga for me that put the battery in my back growing up. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to be what my father was to other people.
That's fire. So your father was just like a motivational, inspirational dude. That's what's up. But like, so then, what really is YTH then? Like, I know you're speaking like kind of conglomerate. You keep bringing up everything you say. Like, what is YTH?
It gets deep, cause you know, it stands for Young Tatted Homies, but really was, you know, it had a deeper meaning. You know, tattoos are something permanent, right?
Yeah.
And you know, the whole thing behind the Young Tatted Homies was supposed to be a group of people that had the permanent same goals in mind. So if I have a DJ, if I'm an artist and I got an engineer and I got a producer, but whatever, a photographer, cameraman, it's like we all do different things, but we all have the same goal because a photographer can't be a photographer without this. An engineer can be an engineer without an artist. An artist, a DJ can't DJ without a record. So all these things go together. So we all really got the same goal. We want something to work. So that's really what YTH stood for, is just a group of people that, had the same permanent goal in mind, that you was going to die on this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we doing right now. And, on top of it, it's a place where I feel like tattoos, when I started getting tattoos, was like an outcast thing, it's not like as popular, as what it is now. But even with it now being popular, it's still a stereotype. And I feel like it was an outcast thing. And it was just a place, I wanted a home base for like where outcasts can feel regular, And honestly, the one good thing about tattoos, because let's be honest, don't nobody in the world want to feel regular, right? But the one good thing about tattoos is like you could be a mailman, you could be a nurse. My girl's a registered nurse. Yeah. She got her hands, fingers, arm, sleeve, her neck, all. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care now. But
what I'm saying is though, I guarantee when she step outside, she don't feel regular. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that the ink does to you. I feel like. And so I wanted a home place for all those people that feel inky or whatever to just have a home base and be like, yo, all that shit is okay over here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's really how it originated. And, everything else fell in place with it. But that's really just the purpose behind it. I wanted a home place of, just like people where you can just live, like free and have fun. Live free fun. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's life, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And do you feel like that's what's happening right now?
For me, hell yeah. I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, but everybody's a part of my camp. Yeah, we having fun. We having fun. Yeah. This shit ain't no stress. You know what I'm saying? And if it is stressful, it's good stress. It's stress that makes you feel like champion stress. We talking about trying to go to the championship. Mm-hmm. We ain't talking about winning the game. We talking about the next level. And to me, that's always fun because the fun part of winning is if it was easy,
everybody do it.
Everybody just win. You know what I'm saying? The fun part of winning is it's hard. and staying at it repetitively, consistently, keep doing it. But also you're growing while doing it. So you keep, you stay remotivated. It's 6 years I'm doing this shit, bro. Not like one week. 6 years, my nigga. It's hard to keep gassing your tank after 6 years, especially out here. A lot of people that when I started rapping, a lot of people that was rapping, now I see them give up. Yeah. They just really, they posting at their 9 to 5s. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm a 9 to 5 nigga too doing this shit. But I never gave up. You know what I'm saying? My work money gets spent on this shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Making it fucking work. I respect that hustle. And when did you get your first tattoo, man?
When I was 6. It's like, nah. It sound better to say that. Sound fire. Nah. The day I turned 19, I got my first joint. And then I got both sleeves within 3 months.
Damn.
Yeah. I was just living at Angel crib. Shout out to Angel, man. Hardest tattoo artist in Connecticut. Ain't nobody fucking with Angel. And then after that, my brother.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, so you spending a lot of time in the chair then, huh? That pain was the shit to you.
Man, I should call Angel on the phone. I basically lived at his crib for 3 months. Basically, if I get there at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll do tattoos for about 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Wow. I'll leave. I come back the next day or 2 days later and do it again. 5 p.m., 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Trust me, the niggas that was in Hartford on Hillside, off of Hillside, they know. I've been at Angel crib since then. So everybody who ain't got a tattoo see me there. I was there all the time, bro.
Just living there. I respect it.
Yeah.
So, damn, what's your favorite tattoo you got? Or most meaningful tattoo?
It's hard to say favorite because I always say my last tattoo is my favorite just to make it easy. But now one of my favorites got to be my back tat. Mm-hmm. I love the back tat, just how detailed it is. But also the Lover Boy on the side of my face used to be one of my favorite until Drake's album was called Lover Boy. Lover Boy was part of my brand, YTH. It was YTH Lover Boy. That was my clothing brand from years ago. And then, once Drake made an album name, I was like, people won't connect me to that. So I just separated it from it and stopped using it. But I got it here and I got it by my dick. But yeah, but the most meaningful one will probably be out of two. My aunt Eileen's tattoo is very she passed away. That's means a lot to me. She was somebody very important in my life, and my stomach tat. I got into a very bad car accident in prep school. That's what made me kind of start going crazy with the tattoos because I thought I passed away in a car accident. So the stomach tattoo means a lot to me as well.
Damn. How was it surviving that car crash?
It was damn. That's a whole. The whole shit was like so in the movie when you watch it or when people say like you see a whole light flash before your eyes, like I really got that feeling like we was doing like 80. One of the coaches, I went to like this fake ass prep school in Philadelphia. We paid for them to take the SATs for me. I couldn't get a high enough SAT score, but I had like Division I looks. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get a Division I scholarship. I just didn't have the SAT score.
Like Derrick Rose shit.
Basically, yeah, same thing Derrick Rose did. So I went to a fake prep school in Philadelphia called Rise Academy, ran by Sam Rhines, a.k.a. Scam Rhines out in Philly. That's what they call him. And long story short, we're leaving the tournament in Virginia, and we were going to Florida for our next one, and the coach got tired, and he let one of the players drive, and the player fell asleep driving, and we just hear him yell. We in South Carolina when this happened. Ain't no rails on the side of the highway, though, out there. And all you hear is the rigid shit. Yeah. And I was the only one awake. I was on my iPod at the time, and listening to music. And I remember waking up and looking around. I'm like, what the fuck? And all I seen was a coach wake up, like, all surprised, like, yell the kid's name. He's like, yo, boom! And he tried to turn the steering wheel for him, but the kid woke up and turned it back this way. So the car slid on the side. I'm sitting behind the passenger, so I'm sliding towards the ground. It slid like, I think it was like 60 feet or some shit like that, and then it flipped like 8 times after that. On the last flip, I fell out the window.
Oh.
And, but for me, it was good, because I was on the one straight. You can't see right now because of the tattoos probably, but like I still got like all the cuts on my hands from the glass. Like my whole face was bleeding from the glass, but I ain't really getting no scars on my face. But yeah, I fell out the window. I was fine. My ankle hurt and I had a lump on the back of my head. But it was one of those things where every flip, you see shit like in slow mo. Like you start thinking about mad stuff fast. I remember the 3 things I thought about. I ain't even gonna say them, but I remember like the 3 things I thought about, and I just thought that was how I was gonna die. To be honest, like that's how I felt like I was gonna die. And I remember getting out the car, I called my mom, and I was like, "Yo, the car just flipped." I just kept saying it like, "Yo, the car just flipped," and she's like, "What are you talking about? The car just it just flipped," and blah blah blah. And then I ran to the top of the highway and I stopped like an 18-wheeler, and that's when he got out the car and kind of stopped traffic behind him, and that's when they all started to come down, and we doing a head count looking for the players. We thought we had everybody, like, we missing one. And then somebody screamed, like, under the car. And then that's when, like, people from the side of the highway came, helped lift the car up. And the dude that was driving was under the car. And he had, like, we was under the hot pipes. So we went to the hospital from there. He had to get flown from South Carolina to Houston. That was the closest burn unit. So he had, like, 3rd-degree burns from the top of his neck down to the back of his legs. So, he had to do, like, the skin graft shit. It was some crazy shit, bro. Like, nigga sitting next to me, his tooth was bent up, going through his lip. Another nigga bicep hanging out. Other nigga, bro, some wild shit. Nobody died though, so that was a good thing. So, but yeah, that car accident definitely changed my life. I was living in Philadelphia at the time. We was in the hood in North Philly. This is when I first heard about Meek Mill, and that's when I just started looking at. I was living different, bro. I was living grimy that year. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a different year. So, and then I was a ball player. J.R. Smith had a very similar incident. Got into a car accident, killed his friend.
Wow. And
when he was in the league, and that's when he kind of painted him as the bad guy picture. And that's when he kind of did all the tattoo stuff. And that's when I took a liking to J.R. Smith, because I just felt like we had a very similar story. You know what I'm saying? Not similar like as in what happened, but similar as in like the bad guy picture. I was kicked out of 3 high schools. I was kind of like the player with the attitude problem, uncoachable guy. So I just took a liking to J.R. Smith, and that's he kind of inspired me. Him and Wiz Khalifa. That's when Cushion OJ dropped. You know what I'm saying? So I was listening to Ain't My Body. Obviously, that's before that, but I was listening to Ain't My Body OD, and just that Cushion OJ tape when I was getting tatted, bro.
Just like that whole wave,
yeah.
It's popping. It's just a vibe.
Facts.
Nah, that's why it's like, What was it like getting that new lease on life, actually? Like, do you start looking at shit different?
I looked at it like I just want to live till I die.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where this whole shit come. Live, free, fun. 3 things. Enjoy fucking life till you die. You know what I'm saying?
Fire. So let's talk about that basketball shit. Like, how long you been hooping for, man? What's up?
I don't want to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? But played ball my whole life.
Word. That's fine, man. So you was a bucket. I respect it. So we can get into the music then. When did you start making music?
We could talk about ball.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying I played my whole life.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about this ball and shit, nigga. Okay,
Bring me some. I need something to drink, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, just pour me some. Oh, it's done? All right. That's done?
What?
The ginger ale.
I just had 2 nips on there. You want a bottle of tea?
No, is ginger ale in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give me ginger ale. Nah.
I'm trying to get right.
Yeah, we will grab a little bottle after that.
Same talking about it too. She ain't got no more questions for you.
Nah, you good. Good looks, bro. My fault. Say
No,
no.
you chilling, man.
So basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when did you start feeling like you're like nice, like you was a bucket, like you were like going to like prep schools and like especially colleges and stuff. What's up?
Well, it's hard for me to say I was. I think to like your average person, I would probably say I was nice, but you know, I played on a. It's different for me. I played with the best players. You know, I played on #1 AU team in the state.
Oh wow.
You know, we started CBC. My dad started CBC. CBC was the best team in Connecticut for probably still till now. I don't know. We started that wave. Those, you know, me, Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond was my first cousin. It's my mom's sister's son.
Word.
So you know, we started that whole wave. So it's hard for me to say nice. I played with the best players in the state my whole high school career in AAU. So I just think I was good enough to be on a good team. You know, but I was always like the garbage man. You know, this is why it's important. This is why I said basketball do create good morals and values as long as you take it the right way. And basketball is the same thing. I was never always better than anybody else. I was just the nigga that I always worked hard. You know what I'm saying? So I was the guy that did everything the team needed. Not what I needed, the team needed.
Draymond Green, bro.
Exactly. That's why I love guys like Draymond Green. I love guys like Bruce Bowen,
PJ Tucker, man.
Matt Barnes. I love PJ Tuckers. You know, I like those kind of JR. I mean, JR is a little more sporadic, but you know, but long story short, I fell in love with those kind of guys because their position on the court was doing shit that nobody else wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to talk about LeBron when he scores 40. It's easy to talk about Steph Curry when he scores 40. But like you said, ain't nobody else talking about, you know, and it's not for the fans to talk about. It's just for the team to know. But it's why you have a job, you know. It's why you get a scholarship. You know, it's why you're a part of a good system. So I was just a garbage man, bro. I guarded. My whole thing was, I guarded every best player on every team. Whoever's your best guard, I'm guarding them. I'm a dude that's gonna be all in your ass. I'm putting, you know. I talk nasty, nigga. I fucked your mom last night, nigga. I stick my thumb in niggas' butts. I smack niggas. Whatever the fuck I gotta do, I start wilding, my nigga. Whatever a nigga gotta do to smack me on the court and get a tech, I'm doing that. So, you feel me? But on top of that, I could jump. Yeah. You know, but niggas think light-skinned niggas can't jump. So, yeah, but that's how I catch niggas on. You know, I only gotta have 2 points for the game. If I banged on you, it's the loudest 2 points in the... Yeah, so, you know. But, you know, obviously high school basketball is a different story. It's diluted. So high school is an easy walk. But I'm talking about AAU basketball is different. On the top teams, when we play like the top teams in the country, I'm the garbage man. College, garbage man. So I do the garbage work, bro. I'm the nigga diving on the floor. I'm the nigga, you know, I'm doing that shit. But it's needed.
I respect that. I'm the same type of player, bro.
Yeah, my nigga.
Too. But it's just on a lower level though, like, you know, like.
Well, how I look at it is if somebody wants to be a scorer, if I wanted to be a scorer, right? Let's just say that, right? I probably could be the best scorer, but on one of the worst teams in the state.
Exactly.
So, is it better to be recognized as one of the best on one of the worst teams, or be recognized on one of the best teams? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I just always wanted to be around a good team. You know what I'm saying? So, it's fun winning, my nigga. Exactly. It ain't fun losing. If you drop 30 and lose every night, that shit ain't fun, my nigga.
It's whack, bro. Who wants to be Carmelo, bro? I'd rather be Draymond than Carmelo.
Exactly my point, my nigga.
Exactly. Like I'm saying, like I said, like my
niggas gonna call Carmelo a legend when it's all said and done, but it's gonna be the legend that never got a ring. It's gonna be the legend that never did this, never did that. I definitely take Draymond Green's spot. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Because it's more fun during your career winning. Draymond Green fucking the same bitches Carmelo could fuck, nigga.
Yup.
The nigga winning. He on TV every night. He in the champion. He in the finals. They want to see that shit, nigga. It's fun winning.
You just can't tell him shit.
No, sir.
You saw it. Like, I just saw on Instagram, like, Jason Tatum lost the finals. Him and Draymond at the same parties. And Draymond got a ring.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, Tatum out there hanging out with Kanye West right now. I'm living different.
Oh, shit. So, like, you played in high school, you're getting D1 looks. Like, where did you end up playing at?
Went to a small school in New York City called St. Francis College. So yeah, that's where I ended up going.
That school's in 2K. That school's in 2K.
Yeah. I guess every division of school is in 2K, right? I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. So I mean, you're doing something big.
We had a big year. The year that was one of our best years. We beat FAU. We beat what's the school Shane Larkin went to? Florida Hurricane, whatever, Miami. University of Miami. Yeah. We beat them first game of the year, and we had Syracuse 8th game I think of the year. We had Dayton right before whatever, and they were like number 19 in the country at the time. But we lost to Dayton. But we had Syracuse. I think they were the number 2 team in the country at the time. And it was an ESPN game, and we were up by 4 points with 30 seconds to go. And so I ended up becoming like one of those primetime ESPN shits when that shit happened. Because Syracuse at this point was undefeated. They're number 2 team or number 1 team in the country, one of those two. And so, you know, they're like, oh, is their rank going to end? You know, is it going to end to a small whatever? So I remember that game like yesterday, and I'll never forget that nigga, that dome. I see why they call it the dome, my nigga. They score one time.
It's loud.
You can't hear the nigga sitting next to you on your bench, bro. Like on the bench. Like, the coach can't talk to the players. There's no, after that, you can't even call plays. Like, it's dumb loud.
Go get buckets.
That echo in the dome is crazy. So I get why they call it the dome, my nigga. Like, but yeah, and it was 35,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was OD. So, yeah, but I just remember all that shit, little shit like that. But it was fun, you know what I'm saying? The whole college experience and doing that shit, playing on TV, all that shit is cool. You feel me?
That's fine. So who were some of the biggest players you played against?
Everybody. I don't even want to name names really to go too far back, but literally everybody. Niggas are still in the league right now.
That's fire.
Yeah. Because, you you going to see all these niggas anyways too. So I played against most of these niggas before college. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. One thing I remember actually that's pretty dope is that, because your cousins with him, is when I remember being a kid and I was at some festival. I can't remember what it was. But I was like 7 years old. This was back when Andre Drummond was at UConn.
Yeah.
I got his autograph, man.
Yeah.
And I wish I wasn't a fucking snot-nosed little kid and like still kept hold of it, bro. That'd been fucking dope.
That'd been hard.
Yeah, I met him. That shit was lit. And but yeah, like
shit. FaceTime Andre real quick. Fuck it. You want to tell my phone?
No shit, that'd be lit. Shit, actually, like my first rap song, cause I make music too. My first rap song I ever dropped is actually called No Drummins. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, no, because the parents like. I'm not down for the fuck shit, something like that. Like, Pyramid Site says shooters on shooters, no drummings. You know what I'm saying? So, so you get it, you know what I'm saying?
100%. A lot of, I think, what big rap, I don't know if it was Lil Durk or one of them big niggas used his name in the song the same way. They said, Tekashi. Tekashi used it. He said drumming in his song. So I remember he did it, and I remember hitting him. I was like, yo, bro, this nigga said your name. He's like, yeah, I know what's going on. Let me see if you pick up.
I know he's been busy and shit.
It's crazy because he was even about to go to UConn. He was about to go to prep school for a year and just go to the league. And my dad's one who taught him into going to UConn. And so technically he missed the signing date. That's how late it was. So he's the first walk-on technically in history to be a lottery pick in the NBA draft.
That's fine.
He's technically a walk-on at UConn. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have a scholarship. He didn't pick up a call later.
No, you're good. Just, actually, going back to what we were talking about earlier with the YTH Fest, how much planning goes into that? How much, how many has there been? 2?
4.
Oh, wow. What was the first one?
First one was in what year are we in? 2018.
2022?
Yeah, 2018 would have been the first one. Then did the second one, and then Corona happened. And so I skipped that 1 year because they weren't even giving venues out really. And then the next year, after the skip year, I ended up doing 2 fests that same year. So the last one we just did would have been Fest number 4.
Wow.
4 or 5. No, 4. No, number 4. So yeah, we did the first one. Next year, couldn't do it. What year did Corona start? 19?
Yeah, something like that.
19 or 20?
Like late 2019.
2020?
2020. It started in March when they originally, when they started shutting stuff down.
Yeah.
So was that 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Okay, yeah. So we did. So the first one must have been 2019. Then 2020 came, cut off. 2021, I did 2 of them that year to make up for the year before. And this 2022 one we just did would have been the 4th one.
That's fire. So yeah, like, have you seen like a lot of growth from the first one to like the most recent one? Like,
hell yeah, the first fest I ever did was only 22 people.
Like artists or people showed up?
22 artists that was on it, and we had maybe 100 people in the room.
Still good.
It was fun for us because it was our first one. Second one we did in East Hartford, and then it was about around, I want to say 250 people, something like that. But I got 35 artists on that one. Then the next one we did was 48 artists, and we did it back in East Hartford. I was supposed to do it in Mass that time, but we had an issue with the venue, so I had to revert back to East Hartford again. We got like, I think, 358 people in that one, and the last one we just did was obviously in Mass at the Haunted House thing, and 475 was the number for that one.
Wow, that's nice.
So it's been growing every year, and it's not really about the growth of number of actually people there. My main thing was like I got 60 people in the last one.
Hell yeah.
It's not easy doing Rolling Loud at 60 people for the whole weekend. You know what I'm saying?
One day.
I did it one day. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard. It's not easy doing that because I'm the one dealing with everybody. You know, like I created the YTH Fest page, and I'll be honest, nigga. I be telling niggas like, yeah, I don't run that page, nigga. I got somebody running that shit, nigga. I'm the one DMing everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who got to make the flyer. I made 85 flyers.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one that's DMing everybody the same information. Like, that's 85 DMs on top of, like, people's dancers and other people's little... Add those people and you had an easy 100. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but for me, it's worth it because I want it to look right. You know what I'm saying? And I can't depend on somebody else to make my shit look right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bullshit. And honestly, big shout out to you because, like, I pulled up there with my media pass. And then I ended up getting on stage because like a nigga missed their set. So I was like, yo, you let me get up there, bro. I did 2 songs, you know. My
favorite thing about the fest is that, like the USB thing. There's no festival in the world you can go to. Like imagine if somebody's at Rolling Loud and
in the crowd.
In the crowd. And then it was like, yo, honestly, instead of us doing a stupid ass DJ break for 30 minutes until the next artist comes, what if they just let a random nigga in the crowd perform? You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that changes it changes everything. Not only do you give somebody a random shot at something, but, bro, it's going to make more people want to come to your shit, too, because with the idea of, like, yo, they can possibly get on stage if they come with their USB, and if you just that lucky hand that gets chosen, you know what I'm saying? And I want to go back to that. Like, this year I try to make it, like, neater and do, like, a list, but I don't like the list shit, bro. Because somebody missed their spot, they outside smoking, now they mad at me, but it's like, you know, you missed your slot, bro. But now we going down the list. But now I don't like the list shit because like too many people. I call 5 names.
Yeah, I know, and that's when I went up.
And that's how we got you on stage because I'm like, yo, none of the 5 people, they all outside smoking. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? He got his hand up, put him on stage. I'm going back to that next year. Like, forget the list.
I didn't even hear about the list. I was like, what a list? I was like, I'm ready.
I want to go back to the hand up. Like, yo, who's eager to perform right now? If you too cool and standing in the back, fuck them. Stay over there or get the fuck out. I don't even want you here. You know what I'm saying? Like I like people that got energy and want to do this shit. You feel me?
Oh yeah, I fuck with it. And like I said, man, props to you. I appreciate it, man.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
And hold on, I like one thing you brought up. You said you had a pass on.
Yeah.
That was one of my most important things I wanted to get done. Shout out to Aaliyah. She got that done for me. But when I went to Rolling Loud, I've seen all cameramen. It feels special when you get that wristband. You know what I'm saying? And put on your arm. You got to scan to go in. It feels special when the photographer got his, you know, the Rolling Loud thing on his neck. You know, I was watching all that shit when I went down there. And I'm like, yeah, you know, like, these are things that make people feel special. And I feel like people never treat media like special. Like, everybody wants to treat the artist special and all that shit. But at the end of the night, you know, the artist is doing one set. The media niggas is taking pictures the whole night. They're taking videos the whole night. And they really probably giving it to you for free. Yeah, I just got some free content. possibly. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I feel like people don't give media like a special feel, but I felt like those little things on your neck makes you feel special in the spot. Because everybody walking by you now knows like, oh, that's a cameraman. Oh, shit, that's a video guy. Oh, he's a manager. You know, we made all those for like people that we thought should have one. So for me, that's part of my whole shit too. Make them niggas feel special. Because I came up off that. I came up off niggas showing love and fucking with me for free. Coming to take photos for me. Pictures for, videos for me. You feel me? So I always want to show love to the, media people. Because to me, none of this shit you don't see none of this shit without them. You know what I'm saying? You can do all the dopest shit in the world. You ain't gonna see it. Unless they record that shit. You feel me? So.
No bullshit. You definitely did something special. Cause like I got mine shit still hanging on my wall right now in my room.
I wish I made one for myself, nigga. Cause I'll hang my shit up too. I might just go get it done. I'm just gonna make mine.
You might gotta know. Just get that shit done now. Should be perfect.
It's just gonna say Zio P, nigga. The nigga that run it. Fuck it, whatever.
Big boss man. So with this one, like, who helped you put that together? Because like there was so many like the YTH girls, like even how do you land on getting it them into FX? Like that was a fire place, bro. Like
shout out to Days Cannabis. They helped me get that spot. They knew the people over there. I told them they wanted to collab with me on this one. The year before they helped. They didn't even really sponsor it. They just gave me bread and I just bought a bunch of hats to give away. And I was like, oh shit, these niggas is dope. Then they called me for when I started posting about the next one. And they was like, yo, they want to be a part of it. And I was like, all right, bet. And they got me that spot. So I told them I want that underground feel, and that was perfect. I couldn't ask for nothing better than the last spot. So yeah, shout out to Days for that. And then obviously people on my team that helped me set it up like the actual day and do little tasks I asked, So, obviously thank you to everybody that, did that. There's a lot of running around, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of shit you got to build. So we had the doors closed so long outside because we wasn't even done building anything. So, there's a lot of shit you got to build and put together. So it's a team effort.
Yeah, that was fire. So you're speaking more like all the hard work you do. Like, you have some fucking amazing music videos, bro. Especially for anybody in the area, bro. There's no one doing like what you're doing with your music videos, like the effects, the green screen you got going on, the visions and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like, how long does it take you to shoot a music video, man?
Oh, it depends. Everyone's different. Like Pamela was like a 3-day shoot, right? But what else was a 1-day shoot? Records like Uncle P, we did it in 3 hours. But Not Yours was two 1 day in Miami, 1 day back out here. Thing. Well, my fault. 3 days in Miami. We ended up flying back to Miami to get green screen. We ended up doing like green screen driving on the street with the jet ski. That was a whole separate. So that was separate. But that took a few weeks. It's not like 3 days back to back. It's like 1 week here, 1 week here, 1 week here. You know what I'm saying?
Planning it accordingly.
Yeah. So Not Yours. I mean, I'm the Man was probably like the most difficult video just because of it was in the desert in Vegas. It was 116 degrees. We had a Lamborghini that the hydraulics were broke on it, and if we had the policy of we couldn't mess with that car up. We owe a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? So it was a long story, but so I didn't even I hated that car. I didn't even get to drive it and enjoy it. Like honestly, after we used it, we brought it right. We called the niggas that owned it. It was like, yo, can we bring it back now? Like we didn't even keep it overnight. We used it for like the 8 hours for the video and just brought it right back. So, but yeah, I'm the Man was just a lot because it's just the desert thing was a problem. I was trying to mimic some of what Nelly did. And but getting the 2 tractor trailers was the hardest part. Like to find a company that's going to give you 2 tractor trailers. Because in Nelly's video, he had like 3 or 4 tractor trailers lined up. So we found a spot deep up in Mass. I forgot even how we found it, but that he let us use his trailers. But it was the only day he let us use it. It was raining the whole day, and by the time we got there, the sun came out for maybe 2 hours, and we had to start shooting right away. But it ended up being perfect because in Nelly's video, big budget shit, what they do is if you look at the floor, it looks like they took a fire hose and just wet the whole shit anyways. So you get the reflection and shit. So the rain ended up working out for us because it kind of gave us that look. So, but it was just like God, bro. Like every video, my first video I ever shot, it was supposed to rain that whole day. Donkey and bitch. It was a pool party, bro. Yeah, it was supposed to rain the whole day. It rained for like 3 hours in the morning. Stopped at like 12 o'clock. The party started at 2. By 2 o'clock, sun is out, beaming, hitting. Nigga, as soon as 8 finished recording late night, an hour later it starts storming. So I feel like we always have good luck with videos. Like every day we go and shoot, it's just gonna work out right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. So you recently got posted on academics, man. Like,
Ha! Yeah.
how was that? Like, cause like, how you make that connection? Cause even
Were you at the fest when I was talking shit?
I was. I got that on footage, man. That shit was fire.
Yo, you know my favorite part about what I said at the festival? I made it up. You know what I'm saying? I just was talking shit in a moment. I was just trying to find I was honestly trying to create a moment. I was trying to find a moment I could post on the gram that we could tag academics in.
So I'm gonna make you something. I got the footage, but I got you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But nah, so like, but it had to work or something. Like you got in touch with them. So like, what's up? What's up?
That's what I'm trying to tell you though. Sometimes you gotta do these kind of things. Because, you know, I used to play this shit clean and just try to be clean. And I still clean about it. I ain't violate academics or nothing like that.
You didn't.
I just said, you know, what I felt like he would have said to me. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know, I felt like what a nigga like Ack would have said. He would have said, yo, ain't nothing going on in Connecticut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like Ack would say that. On some truthful shit. That's his truth. You know, but my whole spiel is about standing up for Connecticut. CT artists in general. So I just gave niggas the answer I would have gave Ack on stage. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what I would have said to him. So I just wanted to create that scenario just to make it a postable moment to post it. But all I'm just saying is this how the music should work.
Oh yeah.
You know, like sometimes you got to create a little commotion to get attention.
Oh, yeah.
And not attention in a bad way, just to make your point, to stand on your point. It's different in real life. Like in real life, you say you do this, you do that, and you prove it every day. That's one thing, right? Music is like, people don't give a fuck about the real shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They only care about the real shit once they have your attention. Yep. You feel me? So that's why I give people like Charleston White respect. Because if people really look into him and stop looking past the viral clips, he says all that shit. If you watch his real interviews, watch the whole interview, he says all that shit on purpose. He does all that as clickbait for niggas to go click on his bullshit. Go watch the whole interview. He's a smart nigga. He talking about real shit. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about trying to change the world and change things. You feel me? He just uses all that other dumb shit as clickbait. Yeah, click on my stupid ass interview. You know what I'm saying? But that's the world we live in now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, personally that deep to go as far as them niggas go. But I understand what they doing though. You feel me? It's now if they would have did all that, like a Tekashi, it backfired on Tekashi. Like he did all that, and it just wasn't. None of it was real, and none of it had no real meaning to it. Mm-hmm. You was just trying to get famous. You know what I'm saying? I give him respect for sticking to trying to get famous. Right? You got to be determined to do it. But there was nothing I could say that super positively came out of a Tekashi moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know if it changed anything. To me, it was what it was. But
I mean, Gummo was fire, definitely.
No, his music is dope. I'm not talking about the music though. You know, sometimes you gotta have a better meaning when you screaming rah rah and that's all it is. Sometimes it's hard to feel that when you rah rahing, but you had a real plan to educate or whatever. I look at that shit differently. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to each his own. I'm just saying, me personally, I look at it different.
Alright, so who are you growing up listening to then? Like, who you rocking with?
My favorite artist of all time is Rick Ross. I got him tattooed on the back of my arm.
Oh wow, that's actually a pretty interesting favorite. I've never heard anybody say that before.
Rick Ross?
Yeah, that's
well, no, Ross is just
my big brother loved him.
The only difference with Ross was like he was always, he was on that gangster shit, but he was always elegant with his words. Mm-hmm. He make Burger King sound like he went to a 5-star restaurant. He just very convincing with his words, and I love that shit. But also on top of that, super musical. Like, and this is before I was even into music, but like my favorite album is Deeper Than Rap, and like when you hear niggas like Mass Pike Miles on hooks, I looked at Ross different, bro. It wasn't like and no disrespect to like what's going on now or whatever, but I can't listen to niggas like K Flock. Mm-hmm. I can't. To me, that shit, it's not for me. You feel me? But I try to get into it and see like, why, where's the musical at? You know what I'm saying? I'm really into instruments. You know what I'm saying? I love instruments. I grew up playing the piano. So I like Ross. A lot of Ross records got piano. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And when I heard Mass Pike Miles on hooks and shit like that, and what's the other dude that used to be on the hooks outside of Mass Pike Miles? Avery. Yeah, like when I heard the niggas on hooks and I'm like hearing a nigga like Ross that was just talking about every day I'm hustling, but now he could do a record like these. I'm like, yeah, he different. You know what I'm saying? So Ross to me is top 5 all time. Niggas don't talk to me about Biggie. Like, I don't want to hear that Biggie talk. I don't want to hear niggas put Biggie in that conversation because he died and he got a big impact because of his death. I'm talking about music. Ross got way more music than Biggie. Biggie should have been what Ross is to me. That's what I look at it. You feel me? And there's no disrespect to Biggie. I'm Jamaican, my nigga. Like, you know, I love Biggie. I'm just saying, though, I feel like it's unfair when niggas do that whole nigga died, you know what I'm saying, thing. And you take the catalog from here and it's up here because of death. Mm-hmm. I hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but I'm just saying I hate it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't. It's why dudes trying to compare Tupac and Biggie. Pac had way too much music, bro. You can't compare him. How much albums Pac had when he passed?
A lot.
How much Biggie had? I think 2 out. I think 2. 2.
They dropped the second one when he died.
Yeah, so you see exactly. The second one was when he was passed away. So it's like, you know, I look at it almost like similar to Pop Smoke, bro.
I was just about to say that.
Pop Smoke to me was about to be the next biggest thing New York's ever saw.
But he's not.
And it sucks because he passed away. But that album when he passed away he had hits on that motherfucker. That was about to be his breakout. Mm-hmm. Yo, like Pop Smoke is a superstar. But it's gonna suck in the future because if you're gonna compare him to somebody else, you only have this much work to compare. You feel me?
Like, see, like, honestly, like, I don't know, this might be a hot take, but I would say already, like, Fabio Foreign is better than Pop Smoke.
Nah, I ain't never gonna say that.
You don't think so?
No, hell no.
I'm tripping? I don't know.
You tripping.
I don't know, I just feel like
I like Fabio a lot, but Pop was really that guy. Like,
Now, Fabio Foreign, just not no disrespect. I love Fabio Foreign's energy and all that. He's not Pop Smoke. I look at it like, because I know Fabio Foreign was doing the drill around the same time before, but we ain't know him. But I gotta look at the person who led the pack. We only know drill music because of Pop Smoke in New York City. Mm-hmm. Pop Smoke is the only one and only. So he had, honestly, like him dying really gave Fabio Foreign really a career to me. Because he was the only one left, I feel like, that was doing it good. But if Pop Smoke, it's almost like the Biggie Jay-Z moment. You know, is Jay-Z if Biggie was alive still? Mm-hmm. You know, like part of Jay-Z's, you know, I'm not saying, we don't know. I don't know. Jay-Z still could have been Jay-Z.
But everything needs something to happen.
Everything needs, yeah. If Biggie was looked at as the biggest artist alive in New York City at that time, maybe Jay-Z's just not deemed the same way even when he's going crazy. I don't know. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, everything happened for a reason.
That's very true.
Well, Pop Smoke was that nigga.
He was fire. He was definitely fire. He got some hits. His first album was fire. I don't know. That shit after his death was a little sketchy.
Yeah, I didn't like the second joint. I think his friends all expressed that too. Because you know, I was close to that camp. I know. I met Pop Smoke a few times. We were signed to the same guy, Stephen Victor, and you know, and I always gave him love after, because like he was a good dude in person. A lot of people you meet aren't good people. Pop Smoke was a good dude. And he just gave me that 50 Cent feel, bro. Like when he came in, like he started with the gangster shit, but you see how he switched it up to female records. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's when when you start winning that way, you ain't losing for a while. You know what I'm saying? You having big joints. So he had the 50 effect to me in New York City. Just short lived, you know what I'm saying?
Respect it. So where was the biggest show you performed at then?
Xfinity Theater, nigga. In Connecticut.
Alright, what was that for? Like, who was it for?
I opened up for Hot Jam for Migos, Russ, and who was the other person?
Oh, what year was that?
2017 or 18?
Yeah, I was gonna say 16, something. Probably 17,
yeah. So I think it was
Complex Cons is with that, bro.
I'm gonna get there, but who was there? Migos, Russ, and who else?
Migos, Russ.
And somebody else.
I can see the shirt. My friend has a shirt. He's wear it all the time.
Whoever. Mozzie. That dude Mozzie. Yeah. Oh, he had that one big song. But yeah, I mean, it was a performance on it was 25,000 people, bro. Mm-hmm. The fuck you going? You know, there's nothing to compare to it in your home state. You know, the best thing I did that day was not be like these other bitch ass niggas and actually go hang out with people in the parking lot, and that was the best part of the night. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know how much people actually knew me at that time, and I got the video, still the recap video, and my little cousin goes to Manchester High. Shout out to Pete, and I don't know what this nigga be doing in Manchester, but it's like everybody I keep meeting till today that's from Manchester knows me through, oh, yo, I know your cousin Pete. He told me about you. I'm like, how the fuck, Pete? How much people this nigga know, bro? Like an old nigga told me this shit, a nigga his age. I'm like, I thought this nigga be in the house. Like, but, I want to say shout out to Pete because when I went out there to walk around, it was a bunch of Manchester High kids out there, and They were like, yo, Don, Zio P. Like, you're screaming that shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, I didn't know niggas knew me like that. And after that, it was like, I felt like a celebrity out there, bro. I was taking pictures and shit and, like, doing other stuff I shouldn't be doing, but, you know.
Okay, that's lit. That's lit. So, do you feel like people show mad love in the area in general?
Always. In person. It's a fact. That's one of the things that keep me going. I love when I run into people in real life. I ain't one of these niggas that, you know, I walk outside, I go with my kids places and shit. Yeah. And I talk, you know what I'm saying? Somebody say something, I speak. You know, when I first started this shit, my name was PJ for a little while. Until like year 2, 3. I haven't heard, if I hear PJ, I'm like, oh, you know me. Like, it just really turned into Donziop. So yeah, just being outside kind of let me know that. Because you don't know who really knows you. You don't, like, these 13.5 thousand people that follow you, you don't know them. Yeah. Not all of them. So it's like, you know, who the fuck follows you? You know, that's how you start looking at shit. Yeah. Like, is it random people in Nebraska or is it like really people here? And me going outside is what kind of showed me. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Christmas time was like when I saw it for real. Like, Christmas time, everybody at the mall, and we'd be at the mall shopping, bro. It was like 1 year. I think it was 2 years ago. A couple years ago, I don't know. But I was like, yo, like, I think I got stopped like 10 times that same day in the mall. And I like when shit like that happens when I'm with my girl and my kids, because, you know, I feel like my girlfriend looks at me like PJ. Like, I'm her boyfriend, right? Like, nigga, you, nigga. Like, I know everything about you, bum ass nigga. So, but I like when in person when she can see like I feel like the fruits of my labor, like, you know, the working hard and people actually acknowledge you. Cause yo, I'm gonna be honest, my niggas, there's a lot of niggas out here that got these followers and say 80,000 and 90,000 and 20,000, and you gonna see them step outside and niggas they ain't saying what up to none of them niggas. I've been outside with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't know your name, bro. So my 13.5 is a real 13.5. I never did buying that followers bullshit. I never bought no blue check. You know what I'm saying? I never did none of that bullshit. All my shit organic, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like it like that. You feel me? And I don't care about the online niggas talking shit. I get that. Niggas gonna do that. When I'm outside, it's always love. It's never not been. So.
Nah, I respect that. The thing too, like with online, like a lot of niggas are like they're silent observers. Like they're not gonna say something until they see you in person. So like.
Yeah. Well, nah, I disagree. A lot of people don't say shit in person. I think my personality allows people to come talk to me. Because you see some niggas, they look standoffish like dickheads, or if their personality online is always like. If you don't see somebody talking online, like, you know, the way I talk online, you know, I'm in my daily activity shit. Like, I'm just being me. But I feel like my personality allows people to open up and be like, yo, what up, Don? Yo, like, bro, I get stories when niggas say what up. It don't be like, yo, you Don Zio P? Oh, word. I thought it was you. It's like, niggas tell me stories when I meet them. Like, and my girl be getting pissed off because I be talking to niggas sometimes I don't even know. But to me, it's part of my job. Like, you know, the job is once you become entertainers, you're for the people. So who am I to be an asshole and cut this nigga off when he telling me some shit that he might think is important to tell me? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how I look at it, bro. So I get stories when I talk with niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas tell me some crazy shit sometimes, but I'm cool. I want to hear it because for me it's all experience. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. So like, you ever got a gem dropped on you by one of those people?
Multiple people, bro. It would be too many to say, honestly, because there's many things in the world I don't know about. You know, I meet all different kinds. Like, you know, there's one time I met a kid that he works on cars, and we ended up chopping it up about some shit. But ironically, I was like, not at that time when we were talking, but like a couple weeks later, I was having like this little problem with my whip at the time. And I remember with something that this nigga told me in the conversation, and I ended up checking that one thing on the car. So just little shit. I don't know, bro. You just learn random shit, bro. I look at it like keep your ears open, bro. You can learn shit from people, and if the rest is hot air, fuck it. Let's let it go in this ear and not the other. But why not? Let's, you know. I look at it like if people want, bro. You do this shit for people to want to talk to you. Like you do this shit for people to acknowledge you. So. When people acknowledge you, why would you act like you too cool to be acknowledged? Not me, at least. You know, I ain't doing that shit. That's corny for me.
So, weren't you doing something like Reason for Charity? You did like a clothes drive or something?
Yeah, well, we did it. So we did it for 2 years, and then obviously COVID shut it down, so we didn't do it the last 2 years. I'm trying to bring it back again this year. But yeah, we did that in the name of Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? At the time, you know, Nipsey was a dude that always gave back to the community. And when he passed away, you know, I wanted to do some shit. You know, I was a big Nipsey fan. Right. And once again, this was important about music. It wasn't for the music. You know, I remember when Hustle in the House came out and all that, but it wasn't for the records, bro. I like Nipsey. I like what he talked about. I like the shit that he was about. I like that he stood on that shit. And that made me like Nipsey Hussle, the person. Mm-hmm. And then after when I heard his records, it made me understand the music. You can't understand some people's music. Everybody doesn't make the record that everybody can dance to. Everybody doesn't make the record that you can just casually listen to. Some people make records that's real to their life, but how you gonna understand the record if you don't really fuck with them? Mm-hmm. So that's the approach I always took with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't make the best music, bro. I'm not fucking Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's mad niggas in Connecticut that make this. I can name 2 niggas in the studio right now that make better music than me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, shout out to Miggs. Miggs a nigga I fuck with. He make better music than me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you know, my music is, you have to understand me to understand it. You know, I'm talking about some real Donziop shit. You know what I'm saying? The things I've done, the things that I live. But like I said, if you don't understand me, why would you like it? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand me. I feel like you gotta understand a lot of artists to like their music. But there's obviously people that make just good music in general. Mm-hmm. Kanye West is an anomaly, right? And still, we still had to understand Kanye for some shit though too. You feel me? So, okay. But I'll give you Drake. Drake didn't matter what Drake looked like. None of that shit. Like Drake, the music he makes is great music, regardless. It didn't matter. We was gonna like his music regardless. So I would put on the flip side that Kanye, we would have to understand Kanye, because the shit he says, you have to know he's bugged out a little bit to understand some shit he says in records. You feel me? Oh yeah. So you know, but he makes great music. So you know, I look at that comparison all the time. You know, Future, we like Future because he's Future, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the music's good, but it's good because we understand Future. He's not how we know it's toxic music if we don't know if he's toxic. Mm-hmm. We know his whole history. We know who he fucked. You know how much kids he got. You know what I'm saying? You know how he did Sierra. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. These are why these records make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you understand the artist. So I just think you gotta understand the artist, understand the music sometimes.
I get it. Before we get out of here, like, you do so much, man. Like, you got like mad people in here right now. You're always making connections, networking. Like, what's the day-to-day like for you, man?
My day-to-day? Wake up at 6 a.m., 5:30 sometimes. Get my kids ready for school. I hate making breakfast because I can't cook and shit, so it's definitely waffles in the motherfucking toaster. Mm-hmm. Get them out of the crib, drop them off at school, bring one to the bus stop, bring one to school. I go to work. I get out of work. I'm on the phone all day. Come to the studio. Leave the studio at 4 a.m. Sleep for an hour and a half. Wake up, do the same shit again. That's my day. So, you know, it's a little more shit in between, but, you know, that's the basic to it. It's been on repeat, and I've been running this way for 6 years straight. Crazy. I loved every fucking minute of it. I don't regret none of it. Fuck sleep. I'm happy I don't fucking sleep. For me, you never know when you get a call. You never know when something's important. You never know what's going to happen. And I don't want to miss a moment. So, sleep when you die, nigga. I'm up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I respect it. And there's anything you want to say to the people watching? Anything you want to drop on them? Anything you got coming soon?
There's a lot of shit coming soon. Pusha T record coming soon.
Yeah, that's fire.
I don't know when, but soon. We're dealing with some, you know, it's cleared. We got it cleared. So we straight. We trying to work on other things right now. But more music for sure. But I mean, outside, fuck music real quick. I mean, really just to the people that might be watching this shit and fuck with Don Zio P for other reasons. I say, man, if you do this shit and you feel like it's not working, that's regular. This shit, I felt like it wasn't working for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? But I just kept going. I kept going. And slowly things just feel like it makes sense. Because you got to just be a slightly delusional to believe this shit. Mm-hmm. So I say to everybody doing this shit, it ain't going to feel right. It ain't going to feel like it's working. It never is. It only works until it works. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So keep running, keep doing this shit. And your moment's coming, but your moment's only coming if you're true to it. If you cutting corners, you cheat. This ain't like a fucking test where you can look at the nigga next to you, copy the answers, my nigga. That's not what this is. You know you know, the people that's really taking a hard time out to really understand this shit, learn this shit, do this shit. Don't take an L, but learn. If you take an L and learn from an L, it's a W, nigga. Now you know not to make that mistake again. All this shit does not work without learning. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way you coming into this shit doing all of it perfect. It's impossible. So I said, anybody that feel like that, it's a regular feeling. Keep it going, and your moment coming if you're really doing it the right way. If you bullshitting, you gonna, you know, you're gonna be where you at, nigga. Stay there. You know what I'm saying? But to the people really doing this shit for real, taking it serious for real, your moment's coming. You just don't know. So just keep going. That's it, nigga. I'm Don Zio P. YTH, nigga. I represent the Untitled homies. I love CT. I love my bitch. I love my kids. Suck my dick if you ain't fucking with me. And that's about it, bro.
Hey, we out here. Make sure your dick hard.
Dick hard!
Yeah.
Triple